Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe here talking about the recent China-Canada deal. Obviously, he'd be very interested in some of those canola tariffs being lowered. I have two clips here. They're both from the same interview here on CTV. First clip, here we go.
China, in this instance, leveraged the fact that canola and agricultural products mean a lot to one part of the country, and the auto sector means a lot to another part of the country. They effectively pitted one part of the country against the other. If we have acquiesced, as it appears we have, what does that tell them, again, about the next time?
That's interesting framing. That's sort of exciting. I almost wish the Canadian media would do more of that to drum up some interest.
I actually disagree entirely with the framing of that question, Vassie. The agriculture industry, the canola industry, the oilseed industry, the pulse industry is important to virtually each and every part of this country, up to and including Ontario, and certainly many other provinces across Canada. Second to that, I would say that
I think if you're Scott Moe, that's certainly the appropriate way to answer that question. So far, A+.
The foundation and the building blocks of this agreement provide tremendous opportunities for electrical partnerships, energy partnerships moving forward that will benefit provinces potentially like Newfoundland, for example, as well as some of the provinces like British Columbia that are producing LNG that is finding its way to the Chinese market as well, and there's opportunities for more of that to happen. Second to that, I would say that there's a changing environment in the manufacturing space, and this opens up a number of years for us as Canadians, whether it be in Ontario or other provinces, to engage on what our manufacturing future is going to look like, and to create some of the partnerships like we did 20 or 30 years ago with many of the manufacturing brands that are commonplace in manufacturing their vehicles in Canadian communities today, but were not 30 years ago.
I mean, that was a great response from Scott Moe. Didn't accept the framing of the question, laid out a bunch of facts. I'll get to one more clip here now. It's only 30 seconds. And here's that clip. I think we're at a very interesting moment in Canadian politics. This is Conservative MP Scott Moe praising Liberal leader Mark Carney.
The past number of months, we've seen this Prime Minister Carney, really elevate the Canadian credibility that we have in that international sphere of influence and trade influence. And we have always felt.
Look, one point for this, the Canadian stock market since Carney was elected has been up. So, of course, there's more that goes into a stock market than just who's the Prime Minister at the given time. That's definitely part of it, though. But check this out. During the time Trudeau was in, who was probably the worst prime minister in Canadian history, I don't even know if that's debatable, really. When he was in, the stock market in Canada was basically flat, while at the same time, the American stock market was enjoying record high after record high. If you compare these two charts, I mean, it's actually unbelievable how badly the American one blows ours away. But this is around the time Carney was elected, and check this out. I mean, perhaps you could say that's optimism about the future from investors. I mean, the stock market is trying to constantly discount the future. So how much of that is because of Carney's, I would say, more stable leadership, or at least more professional sounding leadership compared to Trudeau? I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be like a big rah Carney guy. I'm a right-wing guy. I would like for sure Scott Moe more as a politician than Carney, but I'm just kind of going on with what Scott Moe is saying. Maybe he's making a little bit of a point.
That needs to be a priority for our country, and we very much welcome the priority that Prime Minister Carney and the federal government is putting into that space as we speak. And I think we're seeing the fruition of some of that engagement with this agreement, which I think is foundational to the future of Canada today.
So that is interesting. I mean, Moe, again, I'm going to play that just 10-second bite again. That is Scott Moe definitely praising the Liberal leader, Carney. I don't think a Conservative praised Trudeau, and I would say rightfully so, during his entire tenure.
The past number of months, we've seen this Prime Minister Carney, really elevate the Canadian credibility that we have in that international sphere of influence and trade influence. And we have always felt that.
So look, I have no problem with Mo praising Carney there. Maybe even if you look at it cynically and say, oh, you're just saying that because Carney got some of those canola tariffs down, which are definitely going to help Saskatchewan. Whatever. Scott Moe, even if that's the reason he's saying all this to kind of play the game, reward Carney publicly for helping his province out, I think that's just the way the world works. I think it's fine. Yeah, anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.